Hey guys, this is Clint and Jeff, and today we're checking out the Yeezy 380 in the brand new Pepper colorway. Honestly, this is one of the better colorways of the 380 to drop so far. Let's check them out. The Yeezy 380 is a silhouette that I still don't know whether I love or hate. Like when I first saw the alien colorway, I was like, damn, I need those. But now after all the other colorways of the 380s have dropped, I don't know if I'm as big a fan of this organic silhouette as I was when I first saw it. But today we're checking out the Pepper colorway of the Yeezy 380, which is my second favorite colorway right behind the alien colorway. These are the non-reflective version, which retail at about $230 in the US, but they also come in a reflective version as well that's priced slightly higher at $250 in the US. Starting from the box is your usual Yeezy box with the natural brown cardboard with the model number up top saying 380 here and the Boost logo on one side and the front of the box having the size tag. And the official name of this colorway is Pepper. I mean, at least Kanye is not naming these after angels, right? Coming to the shoe itself and starting with the upper, you have the same textured prime knit that we've seen before in the same pattern as previous 380s. The Pepper colorway has an interesting mix of colors though, with a light cream base color with a really light blue color that I thought was going to be grey from the product photos that I saw online. There's also this really light brown color and a desaturated light pink color with hits of white, which all seem to be stitched on top of each other to create the prime knit pattern, which is mirrored from the left shoe to the right shoe. The prime knit material used here feels pretty much the same as the knit on the more recent 350 V2s, but less coarse, which means that it's a little thicker than the prime knit you normally find on an Ultra Boost to give it a little bit more structure while remaining comfortable, but obviously not as soft or stretchy as prime knit on the Ultra Boost. On the lateral side of the shoe, you have this orangish brown kind of stripe detail that runs along the side of the shoe. I think it's supposed to look like the stripe on the 350s because the 380s are kind of in the same 300 series family, but Kanye took it into a really weird organic direction that you'll either love or hate. Like personally, I'm pretty indifferent to it. I think it looks okay, or at least not as bad as the stripe on the Blorf colorway. Eesh. The stripe also has a glossy kind of sparkly finish to it since it's made out of a plastic mesh material instead of prime knit. Apart from that, you have these holes around the center of the shoe, which are for breathability but look a little weird here and will definitely trigger a few people's stripophobia. One fun little note is that you can also lace through these holes if you want to, with the regular laces in case you want to give the shoe a weirder, more unique look, I guess. But it doesn't really feel any different, so I wouldn't recommend it. Coming to the medial side of the shoe, there's the same stripe here, but in a desaturated grayish orange instead, which actually looks better in my opinion because it's a lot more subtle. And then moving up, you'll see the light tan rope laces here, which as you can see are in the new Yeezy Infinite Lacing System. This means you don't need to tie the laces on these shoes because they're already connected. We first saw this on the Yeezy 700 MNVN and most recently the Yeezy 350 Israfil, so I guess this is going to be common with all Yeezys now going forward. Again, personally, I'm pretty indifferent to the Yeezy Infinity Lacing System. I mean, I usually tend to prefer regular laces. I think these are okay and all, but a little snug for people like me who prefer to leave their laces open or really loose on the 350 V2s. Likewise, for people who prefer a more snug fit, these can tend to fit a little loose at times because you can't really tighten or lacen it any more than it is. But admittedly, it does look cleaner than standard laces. Thankfully, if you're not a fan of these, you can cut them off, which is the only way to take them off, to switch to the extra pair of laces that are included in the box here. But see, that's another weird thing, because the extra laces included here are in this bright red color. Usually any extra pair of laces that come with the Infinity Lace Yeezys come with a regular pair of laces that are in the same color, but for whatever reason Kanye put a bright red pair of laces here, which doesn't really match any of the colors on the shoe. So yeah, go figure. Yeah, I'm never cutting off these laces. Moving on, below the lacing system running up the center of the shoe, you still have that split line where the two parts of the upper come together. But unlike the 350 V2s, which used to have a prominent stitching detail in this area until recently, the stitching here seems to be on the inside of the shoe, so that it's just a clean line running down the center. And then moving upwards towards the ankle area, you have this sock-like ankle collar in this kind of a dark cream color. This ankle collar is a little similar to the NMD R1s and feels great on foot. The collar is really stretchy and hugs your ankle really well, so just a nice comfortable feeling. Coming to the inside of the shoe, you have this pale orange color Adidas insole with the Yeezy and Adidas branding towards the heel area. Not much of a sock liner here as your foot is mostly up against that raw prime knit. And then moving to the back of the shoe, it's a pretty plain heel area. You have more of that pale pink and bluish white prime knit material with a tiny bit of felt material to cover the seam at the top, but that's about it. No heel counter here or pull tab, but there are these support inserts and padding to give it a little bit more structure so that it supports your heel in this area to avoid any heel slippage. And then moving downwards, you have this semi-translucent dark smoke grey rubber panel which has this really subtle drip pattern on the exterior. I'm actually really curious as to how they created this effect, because it kind of looks like condensation but also kind of has this aged look to it. This rubber panel encompasses the full-length Boost midsole within and is definitely a lot more Boost here versus the 350 V2s. I've already talked about Boost like a million times on this channel, so I won't go into too much detail about it, but it's pretty much the best cushioning tech on shoes right now, being just the right amount of plush but reactive at the same time. One weird thing about the 380s is that you can see how the midsole is swept up towards the heel, which actually changes the way you walk in these versus the 350 V2, because there's a lot more pleasant heel to toe transition without having that large bump on the heel. It's really something that you'll only notice when you're walking in these shoes. And then lastly, coming to the outsole, you have this semi-translucent rubber outsole with this herringbone-like traction pattern and cut-throughs to the white Boost midsole underneath. But you'll see the Boost branding towards the heel area with the Adidas 3 stripes logo towards the end. Interestingly enough, the cutouts are in this organic pattern once again. Also, major thanks to the designer that finally put some traction patterns on a Yeezy, because these are definitely more grippy than the 350 V2s or the 700s. Alright, that's about it for design. Coming to sizing and fit, these fit just like any other pair of Yeezy 380s. Kind of similar to the 350 V2 sizing. If you have narrow feet, you can go true to size here, or if you want a more relaxed fit or just have really wide feet like I do, I definitely recommend going up half a size or up even a full size, depending on how loose a fit you want. In terms of comfort, these are actually really comfortable. That's one major advantage that these have over the 350 V2s, which are already a comfortable pair of shoes. The main reasons for that are the extra amount of boost used in the midsole here, but also because the toe box here is not as narrow as on the 350 V2, which tended to kind of bunch your toes together. Alright guys, with all that out of the way, let's take a look at the Yeezy 380 in the brand new Pepper colorway on feet. Honestly, like I said, I still don't know how I feel about the Yeezy 380s, but I really think the Pepper colorway is one of the best ones to drop so far. The only thing I really hate about them is the bright red extra laces, so I guess I'm never cutting off the Infinite laces then. Guys, I really wish I copped the Alien colorway. Unfortunately, it didn't drop here in Asia, but I really think that's the best colorway. This is still close at number 2 though. The 380s also happen to be the most comfortable Yeezys on feet because of that super thick Boost midsole, so you have that going for it as well. Plus, it's not as common as the 350 V2s, so you're definitely going to be more unique wearing these around. Alright guys, so that's what I think about the Yeezy 380s in the brand new Pepper colorway. I'm really interested to know what you guys think about the 380s. Are they a cool silhouette or are you more of a 350 V2 fan? And are any of you guys thinking about copying these? Let me know right in the comment section below. And as always, if you want to see more photos of the new Pepper Yeezy 380s, you can check out more photos over on my Instagram and maybe give me a follow at ClintonJeff. And hey, if this video was helpful to you and you want to support the channel, don't forget to hit the like button right below and maybe subscribe because that would be appreciated. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.